I'm sure by now we all know about the last generation Dodge Vipers produced from 2013 until 2017 that received their final facelift and updates, making it look like the most aggressive Dodge Viper we've ever seen, in my opinion. And just like the previous generation Dodge Vipers, this car also came equipped with a V10 engine, this time being the 8.4 liter, producing 645 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque, with the 0 to 60, quarter mile, and track time, all depending on which one of the 5 trims of the Dodge Viper you do choose to go with. Since the components and the parts used in each trim vary based on the car's intended use, especially with the most iconic trim of them all being the Dodge Viper ACR that we will talk about later on in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. The 5 trims that came available on the final generation of the Dodge Vipers are the SRT, the GT, the GTS, the GTC, and finally the Dodge Viper ACR, being the fastest and most track focused out of the bunch. And it's funny to me that one of the lowest trims on this car is called the SRT, since it's usually like the highest out of the bunch for all of Dodge's other cars. But the SRT trim is technically one of the entry level trims to this vehicle, with a starting MSRP of around $88,000 that includes the V10 engine we discussed earlier and the 6-speed manual transmission that is paired with it. You will also receive these 4-wheel disc brakes alongside some short and long arm suspension bars, holding these staggered tired setup of 295 3018s on the front and these massive 355 3019 tires on the rear, allowing for maximum grip for this trim to reach the 0 to 60 right around 3.6 seconds and the quarter mile around 12.3 seconds, with a top speed of 206 miles per hour, which is definitely not bad for an entry level car. And what this trim lacks in features are leather seats, power driver and passenger seats, and some other luxury features that you kinda would like to have in a $90,000 car. Our next trim also has a starting MSRP of right around $90,000, and it's called the GT trim, with this package now coming equipped with the leather seats as a standard feature, alongside a power driver's seat, but with the passenger seat still being manually operated. You do also have this aggressive look alongside this functional hood scoop, allowing the engine to breathe after doing a few laps around the track. And this trim also lets you manually control some performance features on your vehicle, such as traction control. The middle of the pack trim is called the GTC, MSRP'd at right around $95,000, and this trim offers you the most amount of variety as far as exterior colors go, with 13 different colors to choose from. You do also receive everything the previous 2 trims offered, as well as these leather and suede seats, alongside a package called the anodized carbon package, offering features such as a Alcantara headliner, an accent stitch leather IP, and even this SRT steering wheel. Moving on to our next trim, now being called the Dodge Viper GTS, that now has a starting MSRP of $108,000, or about $20,000 more than the entry-level SRT and the GT trims. And no, that extra $20,000 is not because this car has a different engine or has better performance stats. It's really just some luxury features that this car offers to you, such as the GTS black badging, a rear carbon fiber spoiler, a satin black front decal, and even these orange brake calipers. But our final and best trim of all is called the Dodge Viper ACR, and this track focused performance beast is capable of doing the 0 to 60 mile per hour in just 3.1 seconds, with a quarter mile time of 11.7 seconds. But straight line speed isn't even the main thing that this car was focused on, since this car is a track focused module meant to give other American cars such as the Chevy Corvette a run for their money around the Nürburgring lap, and it does just that with a Nürburgring lap time of just 7.1 seconds, making it the fastest American car at the time that this car was released. Now this trim was MSRP'd at around $119,000, but nowadays the same car goes for right around $200,000. Even though this car skips a lot of luxury features like the rest of the trims, such as power seats for the driver and the passenger, in the name of weight reduction. And in this car's defense, the car is definitely engineered to be much more aerodynamic compared to any other trims, so I can see why they didn't add all those luxury features, because this car is the track focused features meant to put up the best performance stats. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this, and also let me know what kind of cars you would like to see me talk about next.